Hello people, today we are going to learn about planning process, group project management processes, plan risk management. Plan risk management is the process of defining how to conduct risk management activities for a project. The key benefit of this process is it ensures that the degree, type, and visibility of risk management are commensurate with both the risk and importance of the project to the organization. The risk management plan is vital to communicate with and obtain agreement and support from all stakeholders to ensure the risk management process is supported and performed effectively over the project life cycle. The inputs involved are project management plan, project charter, project stakeholder register, enterprise environmental factor, organizational process asset. The tools and techniques involved are analytical techniques, expert judgment, and meetings. The output is risk management plan. First input is project management plan. In planning risk management, all approved subsidiary management plan and baselines should be taken into consideration in order to make the risk management plan consistent with them. The risk management plan is also a component of the project management plan. The project management plan provides baseline or current state of risk affected areas including scope, schedule, and cost. The next input is project charter. In planning risk management, all approved subsidiary management plan and baselines should be taken into consideration in order to make the risk management plan consistent with them. The risk management plan is also a component of the project management plan. The project management plan provides baseline or current state of risk affected areas including scope, schedule, and cost. The next input is stakeholder register. The stakeholder register provides the information needed to plan the communication with the project stakeholder. Next input is enterprise environmental factor that can influence the plan risk management process include risk attitude, thresholds, and tolerance that describe the degree of risk that an organization will withstand. The organization process asset that can influence plan risk management process include risk categories, common definition of concepts and terms, risk statement formats, standard templates, roles and responsibilities, authorities level for decision making, and lesson learned. The first tool and technique used for plan risk management is analytical techniques, and other tools and techniques are expert judgment and meetings. Under analytical technique, we understand and define the overall risk management context of the project. Risk management context is a combination of stakeholder risk attitudes and risk strategic exposure. For example, a stakeholder risk profile analysis may be performed to grade and qualify the project stakeholder risk appetite and tolerance. Strategic risk scoring sheets are used to provide high-level assessment of the risk exposure of the project based on the overall project context. The output of the plan risk management is risk management plan. It describes how risk management activity will be structured and performed, and they include methodologies which defines the approach, tools, and data sources that will be used to perform risk management on the project. The next thing which it defines is roles and responsibility, which defines the lead, support, risk management team, members of each type of activity, and clarifies their responsibility. The next thing it mentions is budgeting, estimates funds needed based on the assigned resources for inclusion in the cost baseline, and establishes protocol for application of contingency and management reserves. Then the next thing is timing, which defines when and how often the risk management processes will be performed throughout the project life cycle. It establishes the protocol for application of schedule contingency reserve and establishes risk management activities. Then the next thing which it includes is risk categories. which provides a means for grouping potential causes of risk. Several approaches can be used. For example, a structure based on the project objective by category. A risk breakdown structure, also called RBS, helps the project team to look at many sources from which the project risk may arise in a risk identification exercise. Different RBS structure will be appropriate for different types of projects. An organization can use previously prepared custom categorization framework, which may take the form of simple list of categories or may be structured into an RBS. The RBS is hierarchical representation of risk according to the risk categories. Definition of probability and impact is the next thing which is included in risk management plan, which means that the quality and credibility of the risk analysis requires that different level of risk probability and impact are defined and that are specific to the project context. General definition of probability level, impact level are tailored to the individual project during the plan risk management process for the use in subsequent processes. Then there is a probability and impact matrix, which is a grid of mapping the probability of each risk occurrences and its impact on the project objectives if that risk occurs. Risks are prioritized according to their potential implication of having an effect on the project's objective. A typical approach to prioritizing risk is to use a lookup table or a probability and impact matrix. The specific combination of probability and impact that leads to a risk being rated as high, moderate, or low, and importance are usually set by the organization. Then the next thing included in risk management plan is revised stakeholder tolerance as they apply to the specific project may be revised in the plan risk management process. Then there is a reporting format which defines how the outcomes of the risk management process will be documented, analyzed, and communicated. It also describes the contents and formats of risk register as well as any other risk reports required. Then there is a tracking document which documents how risk activities will be recorded for the benefit of the current project and how risk management process will be audited. And this is the definition of impact scales on 4 different project objectives. So project objective can be very low and low, then moderate, high, and very high. So in case of low, the cost increase is insignificant cost increase, and time is also insignificant, scope decreases barely noticeable, and quality degradation is also barely noticeable. Note that in case of project objective which is very high in importance, like relative scale is 0.8, which is very high, uh, impact of risk is very high, then the cost increase is greater than 40%, and it is the time increase is greater than 20%. Then scope is project and end item is effectively useless. In case of quality, project and item is effectively useless. So in case of high, you see that the scope reduction is unacceptable to sponsor, and in case of quality reduction is unacceptable for the sponsor. So this just shows that if the risk is higher, what will be the impact on the different project objectives like cost, time, scope, and quality. So this is just for your reference. It should not be taken as it is, and it depends and varies from project to project and should be developed looking at your organization and your project. So guys, I hope you got some idea on plan risk management. So come back to my channel or subscribe to my channel for more videos on PMP and other things. Thank you very much for watching. See you soon.